Local news that matters. You're watching KLBK Bright and Early.
Welcome back to you. Mr. Benny Guerrero joins us now. He served with the Marines and is the Chief of Staff at the VFW here in Lubbock. Benny, thank you so much for being with us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is a fantastic event coming up, and it's all about, I love this, it's all about giving to the veterans in our area.
Yes.
Which, like, what better cause is there?
Yeah, right.
So tell me, what is this event?
Oh, it's a car show. It's been going on for several years. We had to pause it for 2 years because of COVID, but because of popular demand and everybody's requesting it, we're going to host it a little bit offset, but we're hosting it this August the 26th at O'Reilly's on I-27. And like you said, 100% of the proceeds go to support veterans, local veterans, and in the past it's helped with PTS, homelessness, maybe pay a couple of medical bills, maybe upgrade their facilities because of maybe they're mobilely challenged, so we get to set up maybe a better entry point for them. So 100% of the proceeds go to support local veterans.
And so a lot of different, all the aficionados of, all things vehicle,
Yeah.
motorcycles and cars
Yeah.
and all the things and the clubs
Yeah.
come out and they bring their awesome rides
That's
and
it, yeah.
show them off, and then they get to do a little swapping, right?
Yes. Okay, so we have this year the Panhandle's Hot Rods Car Club are actually co-hosting it with us in O'Reilly's. And so, so what they do is the day before, the actual event happens on the 26th, but the day of the event, the day before, the 25th, a lot of vendors get out, and people who want to trade parts and stuff, they come in. I'm telling you, that is probably the best part of it. They set aside and they start to swap out engines for transmissions or old antique parts that you can't get anywhere. You can get right there locally, and it really gives the definition of swap meet, because you're meeting to swap some stuff to make your ride maybe worthy of it to be entering into the car show. So it's just awesome.
Wow.
It's an awesome event, yes.
And we're talking hundreds of people participate, right?
Hundreds of people. So typically we have about 120 cars come from all the car clubs here locally, and some as far as Amarillo, Clovis, and some from San Antonio. It's pretty awesome. I mean, you get a wide variety of locations they come through, some from Andrews. It's pretty awesome to see, because we want to see different rides. Yeah. They come out. So then, and we roughly have about 60 to 100 people who participate in the swap meet.
And I love that 100% of the proceeds are going to those who have served our country. It's just fantastic. And it is fully 100%. That's awesome.
Yeah,
right?
We have no overhead costs. The car clubs doesn't take any money. The VFW doesn't take any money. So 100% of those proceeds go to an account called the Relief Fund. And that Relief Fund is monitored by some of our internal auditors, and ensure that 100% of that, those resources or money raised goes directly to what its intended purpose was, which is provide relief for those veterans that are struggling during that particular time.
Now, how can folks take part and get involved?
Oh, they can come out and reach out to the VFW, fill out an application online, and to come in, or they can register the day of. Or they can become sponsors, because it was a last-minute request by some of these car clubs for us to host this venue, this car show. That it's last minute. Normally we have like 6 to 8 months to plan it, but they wanted it so fast. They wanted it so bad. And the interesting thing is that it's happening on Saturday, and they selected this date. The car club selected this date because we're honoring the sacrifice. We're beginning by honoring the sacrifice of the 13 Afghan warriors who fell. It's the 2nd year anniversary, so we're starting with the memorial service, a 21-gun salute, a flag folding presentation, and what patriotic, a better way to start it than to actually honor the sacrifice of those who have answered the nation's call.
And it's unequivocally that this community is just so supportive of our veterans and those who are serving and have served, and I just love seeing the dedication, the passion that they have for that cause.
Yeah, most definitely. When you start looking at recruiting across the world, across the United States, they're challenged with maybe a 30, 40,000 personnel deficit in recruiting challenges. Lubbock recruiters don't have that problem. So it's got a lot to do with the people in this town who have raised many a patriots, but it's also the enthusiasm behind the veteran, behind the service personnel. It's just this town really rallies around those who sacrifice the most, our first responders, and our veterans, and those who wear our country's uniform. So it's pretty awesome.
Oh, oh my gosh, it's so awesome. There's no questions asked when it comes to supporting the people who serve and our first responders.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no question here in this town. So, all right, so we are going to post all this information online, including this interview, how you can get involved. And, you know, it costs, I think, 35, 15 set amounts to get involved in the show. But if you want to donate more, I mean, what a great cause. So, Benny, thank you so much for being with us.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. All right. We've got some commercials, but we'll be right back.